Renato had a rare feeling of regret. It's not too late, he thought. He could turn around and sail for Zenobia's island. He frowned. Wait a minute. He didn't want to kill Zenobia, did he?
No.
Sure, technically she was the enemy, but they'd been at Sword Food School together. They'd never been lovers, but somehow they'd been closer. She'd told him every secret about herself. Except the biggest one. That she was the Emperor's daughter. No. Kill Zenobia, whispered the stone. Before it's too late.
Stone, you seem kind of scared of the Sky Reaper's core. Is there a reason for that, you evil stone?
Renato wondered idly if people who had built these poles had really long tentacles.
Okay, so as soon as I find the forge thingy, I will be able to make the last sword. So yay! It's looking place, by the way. What's this? You get the feeling I've done this before. Oh, even more or...
That ought to be enough for a proper sword, he thought.
Yeah, probably. Maybe. Whatever.
There was something sour in the air. Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time.
I think I've seen this before, huh?
If only he had a portal onto the Emperor's ship, this would be a short war.
Okay, this is so much better.
The stone hadn't lied about what it could do for him. With each raven he cut down, he felt a jolt of power flowing into his arm. "You're weak," whispered the stone. "The core will kill you. Are you afraid of it?" "No, don't be ridiculous," it chuckled. But it's unstable. It will poison you if I just carry it, and if you try to use it, it will explode catastrophically. Renato did not trust rocks that talked in his head. He went onwards.
Finally getting this right.
Renato danced around the room yelling, oh yeah, that's how we do it." It was something he liked to do, but only after he'd killed all the witnesses.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you know, without lag, actually works pretty well. Oh, that was quick.
As he approached the core, the stone became hysterical. "No, it's too much power. We'll rip a hole in space and time." He had a sudden vision of plunging his gauntlet into the core and dying in anguish. That wasn't his vision, was it? The stone had sent him its darkest fears, hadn't it? he had a sudden impulse to do exactly that. He raised his right fist and plunged it into the core. There was a rush of light. He thought he could hear the stone screaming. And then he passed out. When Renato came to, the core was gone. But the Iblis stone was no longer black, but glowing with a blue light. And it was silent. I can't hear you, he sang out. And, yoo-hoo! It didn't answer. Ha, he said. He had defeated the demonic gem with the power of his mind. He felt invincible. It was time to attack the Imperial outpost on the Nexus. Take the battle to the enemy. But among the huge crystals, there was also an observatory. A wise man would probably ask the scientists exactly what he had first. How wise was he?
It is probably a good idea to ask. Yeah, let's go.
As the Farfarer made its way toward the Nexus, Renato watched sparks fly out of the core. The Iblis stone sucked them in hungrily. You'd think the stone would want this kind of power, wouldn't it? Thought Renato. Well, the scientists would explain it all. This time, Renato was sure he'd figured out how to use the core safely.
Well then, I hope you had fun. If you liked this video, please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and all of that. Yeah, don't forget to hug Fluffy Tails.